everyone, Heather here from Felt Mercantile, and today we are going to be making some easy felt Valentine's crafts. Now, for any of you who have children, you know that starting in January is sometimes a little bit too late if you want to be making these things for your kids for Valentine's Day. I've decided to do kind of like a little Valentine's series leading up. So if you have any ideas for videos you'd like to see in the next couple weeks, just let me know in the comments below. So for today's project, you'll just be needing little heart shapes, 2 for each piece you want to make. You can cut them out of different colors. I've made mine yellow, purple, and pink, but you can use any colors you like. I do enjoy using the pastel type felt colors, so I'm just going to be using a light baby pink for this project. So we will be needing our hearts. I'm going to be using a darker colored embroidery floss than the felt color I am using. You'll be needing some thread that matches the piece that you'll be sewing. You'll need your needle and some polyfill. So let me get set up and I will see you in a moment. All right, so we're going to start with the embroidery portion of this project. For those of you who have been following along with my channel, you'll know that embroidery is not my favorite thing to do, but I decided that it would be easiest for this project. So if you want a better embroidery tutorial, I do suggest checking out another channel until I can perfect my skill, but this is just going to be for little kids anyways, and they don't care. So I'm coming in with my darker colored floss. I didn't separate any of the strands, and I'm just going to be making really simple letters. So just kind of imagine where your letters should be, and I'm doing just the least amount of stitches that I can manage because I'm going to be doing a lot of these. So just try and keep it lined up because then you'll get a better finished looking product. And I think this one is going to be the Kiss Me candy heart. I haven't seen these for so many years for sale, but I remember them from when I was a kid, that's for sure. They weren't the best candies taste-wise, but they were very popular. So for S's or curves, this is where I run into a bit of trouble, but you can always just do a stitch. You come in through the center of your last bit that you did, and then you can kind of make a better curve. Can always kind of fix it up in the end if you want, but for tutorial's sake I'll just show you how I do it quickly. I have 2 kiddos that both need Valentines for their class, so I've got a lot of these to make, so I'm not really extremely worried about what the finished product ends up looking like. It's not like I'm selling them. We're just going to be giving them to small children, so they will love them no matter what, just because you made it. And let's be honest, they like anything, like the box that you gave them. If you gave them that, oh my, okay, well already I can tell that this is a little wonky, but that's all right. Like I said, we can fix it up in the end. So I'm gonna be doing my S's, and then I'll make my other letters a little bit bigger. I really should practice embroidery, but it's honestly not one of my favorite things to do. But you do need it for some felt projects. For instance, the felt hamburger that I do, it takes a lot of embroidery. But that I'm okay with, straight lines. It's when I get curving that I've got an issue. If you want, I have an older tutorial on how to make felt chocolates, which would be a really big hit for the play food. I will put a link to that above and below in the description. But it was a really fun project, and although it's not the best project for little kids because they are like small chokeable size, it would definitely be something to give to someone who has everything, because I bet you they don't have felt chocolates. Oh my god, I hate embroidery. But this is basically how we're gonna go about doing it. Oh my gosh. Wow, that is something else. At least I know, guys, that I'm not very good at this. It's not like I'm trying to tell you that I'm the best. I do enjoy making a good felt food, and I do feel like I've got that pretty much down, but embroidery is not something that I have dedicated any sort of time to. So now we'll just go back and finish up our other letters to kind of make it a little bit more even. And if you have been liking these videos, I would really appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up. Just lets me know that you are enjoying the content that I put out, and I can make more of those videos. Or if you have any comments or suggestions for future videos, also leave that below, and I will try my best to get them all made for you. So I'm just going back on my stitches just so you don't get the lose your thread if you come up through the same hole. So now that we have almost finished our embroidery portion, I'm actually going to set up for the next bit, which would be the, we're just going to do a whip stitch around the edge. And I will show you that in a moment. If you've been watching my channel, then I'm pretty sure you know what a whip stitch is right now. So we've got our basic embroidery. You could also do this with needle felting, which may save you a bit of time depending on which you're quicker with. I know it would probably save a bit of time for myself. Alright, well, that is good enough for me. So I'm just going to tie off, just grab a little piece of fabric in the back. And with the floss, I just do 2 wraps around. Place your piece down so you don't pull it, and then you are done. So next we will take our pink thread and we're just going to go around the edge of these 2 pieces and whip stitch. So to start this, I always do a knot on the bottom. I just wrap around twice, do a little snap to give it a pull, and make my knot. We'll be hiding the knot in the inside, so very forgiving project. I mean, you just saw my embroidery skills, so you know how forgiving this is. So we'll line up the 2 pieces. I like to start right here so that my finish line is just this flat side here. So hide your stitch on the inside. Your knot, sorry, hide your knot on the inside. And we're just gonna go around and whip stitch. So whip stitch is in through the bottom, out through the top, in through the bottom, out through the top, all the way around. So I was thinking maybe next week I could do felt envelopes for Valentine's. I don't know if I'm gonna go that crazy for my own kids because there's a lot of kids in their class. But yeah, you could do either or project or put these little hearts inside an envelope. You could always personalize this with kids' names. You could write on it with a fabric marker. You could sew pieces of felt in the shapes of letters. You can do the needle felting as suggested, or try a hack job at embroidery like I just did. But either way, these are a nice, quick, and easy project that you'll be able to make a ton of in an evening, which is the ultimate goal for a project that you'll need to be making a lot of. Or you can just go out and buy Valentines, but this way, have something that nobody else will have. Might gain your kids some points at preschool. It's just a nice little project. I mean, if you trust your kids with a needle too, if they're old enough, then this is a project that they could do themselves. Really not that difficult. You can make as many or as little as you wish. These would also be really cute if you made a whole bunch. You could make a nice garland or a wreath if you want the just kind of the basics on how to pin these onto a foam wreath form. You can watch the tutorial I did at Christmas for the sugar cookie and candy, the Christmas sweets basically wreath, that would allow you a better description of how I ended up doing mine myself. So we just want to go a couple stitches into the end but still leave ourselves enough room. And now we're going to come in with the polyfill. Just come in with a little bit, and I always do the furthest corner first, then I'll do the closer corner, top of the heart. Then you can fill in the bottom. Give it a little pinch and see how much room you have left. I'll just put a tiny bit more polyfill in here before we close it up. And I always push my polyfill down with my needle. I just find it easier. Make sure you're not getting too bunched up too. You want to keep your line, so give it a squeeze while you're doing this. Make it a bit easier. I never tie off my thread before I close this, just so I have, well, A, because I'm a lazy crafter at times, and B, because you can just keep going and you don't have any interruption in the look of your stitches, which is nice. Almost done the edge. Alrighty, so to tie off, you'll just go ahead and start a whip stitch. Make your little loop here, pull the end through. I wrap around 3 times for this type of thread and give it a pull. Might want to do a second just for reinforcement. And try not to get this, see how it gets just twisted here? It might tangle your thread, so just try and untwist that guy. You can use your needle for help if you need. Then wrap around 3 times. Pull. Cut off your excess thread. And we're done. That's it. Easy. So that's it for today's video. Just a quick and easy little tutorial for you on how to make these little candy hearts. So you can make as many or as little as you like. If your kids only got one friend, just make them one. Just one special. But that is it for today's tutorial. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I have new videos every Thursday, and I will be doing another Valentine's inspired video next Thursday. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the alert button so you stay up to date on all the videos I'll be posting in the future. If you have not seen any of these tutorial videos so far and this is your first time joining us, be sure to go back and check out all my other tutorials on the channel, because there's a lot of them and you can learn to make a lot of projects. So thank you again from Felt Mercantile, and I hope you have a lovely week. See you guys. Bye.